There's a truth most people spend their entire life avoiding. You can build a strong body. You can build a successful career. You can accumulate knowledge, degrees, achievements, and still feel lost inside because no one taught you how to master your mind. No one taught you how to understand yourself. Let me ask you something, and be honest. You've learned how money works. You've learned how society works. You've learned how other people think. But have you ever truly learned how you work? Your fears, your impulses, your reactions. Because if you don't understand your inner world, your outer life will always feel out of control. This is why ancient traditions, Shaolin, Buddhism, even Christianity in its deepest form, all point in the same direction. Master yourself. Because the real battle is never outside. The kingdom of God is within you. That's not poetry. That's instruction. Now imagine this. There is a mountain. Every day you look at it and think, what's up there? What would I see from the top? One day you finally decide, I'm going to climb. You reach the base and you meet someone. He tells you everything. The path, the struggle, the view. Then you meet another version, another opinion. You keep asking, you keep collecting perspectives, until at some point you say, I've heard enough, I already know, and you walk away. You never climb. This is exactly how most people live today. They watch, they listen, they consume, but they don't act. They replace experience with information. Let me be direct. You cannot transform your life by watching others live theirs. You cannot reach clarity by collecting opinions. Clarity comes from experience, from walking the path, from facing resistance, from confronting yourself. Faith says, walk by faith, not by sight. Buddhism says, experience, don't believe blindly. Same truth. You must live it. So ask yourself, are you climbing or are you just observing? Because your future is not built on what you know. It is built on what you do. Now here's where it becomes real. The moment you start climbing your mountain, you will meet resistance. Not outside, inside. Ancient Buddhist teachings call them the 5 obstacles of the mind. And if you don't recognize them, they will quietly control your life. First obstacle, desire. You're moving forward, and suddenly something pulls you away. Comfort, pleasure, distraction. It feels good, easy, immediate. So you stop, and slowly, you forget your purpose. Look at your life. How many times have you traded long-term growth for short-term comfort? Discipline is choosing what matters over what feels good. Second obstacle, resistance. Things get hard. You don't like the situation. You don't like the effort. You don't like the discomfort. And your mind says, this shouldn't be happening. But reality doesn't ask for your approval. Jesus said, take up your cross. Buddha said, accept what is. Different language, same law. If you resist reality, you suffer more. Growth requires discomfort. Always. Third obstacle, laziness. No energy, no drive, no clarity. You feel stuck. You want change, but you don't move. This is where most dreams die. Not because they were impossible, because they were postponed. Again and again. Let me ask you something uncomfortable. What are you delaying right now that you know you should start? Action creates momentum. Waiting creates stagnation. Fourth obstacle, restlessness. Your mind cannot stay still. You jump from thought to thought. past mistakes, future fears. Never here, never now. And if you're never present, you cannot see clearly, you cannot decide, you cannot act with precision. Jesus said, "Do not worry about tomorrow." Buddha said, "Be present." Same wisdom. Your power exists only in this moment. Fifth obstacle, doubt. Am I capable? What if I fail? What will others think? Doubt disconnects you from action. It traps you in thinking instead of doing. And the more you think, the less you move. Now understand this. These obstacles are not signs that you're failing. They are signs that you're growing. They are your training ground. So what do you do when they appear? You don't run. You don't suppress. You become aware. There is a simple process. 4 steps. First, recognize. Pause and ask, what is happening inside me right now? Second, accept. Don't fight it. Fighting amplifies it. This is what I feel. Third, investigate. Why am I feeling this? What happens if I stay here? Fourth, detach. I am not this thought, I am not this emotion. You are the observer. And this changes everything. Because the moment you stop identifying with every impulse, you regain control. You stop reacting. You start choosing. Now let me challenge you deeper. Are you living your life, or are you being lived by your mind? Because most people are not in control. They are driven by habits, by fear, by unconscious patterns. But you can change this. You can train your mind like a warrior trains his body, daily, with discipline, with awareness, with intention. And here's something crucial. Your path is yours. Stop comparing. Stop copying. You are not meant to live someone else's life. God has a path for you, but you have to walk it. No one can do it for you. No video, no book, no mentor. They can guide you, but they cannot climb for you. So the real question becomes, what is your mountain? What are you avoiding? What is calling you forward, but you keep delaying? Name it, because clarity begins with honesty. Then take 1 step, not 10. 1, even if it's small, even if it's uncomfortable. Because movement creates clarity, not thinking. And remember this, you don't need to see the entire path. You only need the courage to take the next step. That's faith. That's growth. That's transformation. Because the people who change their lives are not the ones who know the most. They are the ones who act. So today, stop waiting. Stop collecting advice. Stop preparing endlessly. Start climbing. And one day, when you reach a higher place, you won't just understand life. You will see it clearly. And maybe you'll realize the mountain was never outside. It was always within you.